I think as a child, you don't understand how important it really is to the world. Now, I take pride in what I do. I take pride in our name. Well, my name is Steve Reiner. I farm by Hutchinson, Minnesota. We farm about 2,500 acres of corn and soybeans, along with my wife, Kelly, and my oldest son, Mitchell, is just started getting involved in the operation. Well, my grandparents were from this area, but when they got married, they started farming up by Kimball, Minnesota in the 20s. And then in the mid-40s, so was my dad and my uncle and my grandparents, and they moved down here and then eventually bought this farm. My dad and my uncle farmed together, and then my dad passed away in 2005, and I was already farming with them, and it just kind of evolved. And so now my uncle recently retired, and that kind of opened the door for my son Mitchell to take on some acres.
It's a good question what I'd call myself. Second in command, maybe. I feel like I'm able to do majority of the things around here as far as running equipment, operating the corn dryer. So guys that help us out can come to me or my dad for questions.
With somebody coming on board, Mitchell or a son or children, growing is a challenge. You know, we try to do the best we can with every acre. Crop insurance allows you to keep things steady. I mean, when you have maybe a year like we're in, it hopefully will help you at least cover your expenses and continue on the next year. I think it was 1996, Liberdarius I think he cold called us here.
Formally, I would say I first met Steve's dad, Willard, when we served on the county corn and soybean board together. But then also, I think more of the relationship started with a cold call. My relationship with the Reiners involves the operating loan, intermediate term loans for machinery, and real estate loans, and meeting their needs when they have them. Also as a sounding board when they ask, what do you think we should do?
We're here to serve rural America, and we're here to help farmers, with their financial needs. And in the crop insurance, it's more like protection for the farm. In this area, we tend to get a lot of hail, so hail insurance is very common. We also see a fair amount of guys interested in taking more revenue protection. Well, the Reiner family, they've been very successful in raising very good crops. We come together to meet and to determine how much coverage do they need and really how much risk do they want to have on their farm as well. But yeah, I'd like to check in just to see how did planting go? Did they get everything in on time, or is there any discussion that we need to have on maybe prevent plant or late planted acres? So I call them and like to stop by the farms as well.
To me, our mission goes back to relationships.
I honestly seem to remember a time many years ago where we got a letter. We had some poor times, and I believe we got a letter from Compeer that said, if you are having issues with payments, talk to us and we can help you. We didn't just get a letter that says you owe it and that's it. They're right on the ground with everybody else. They see what's going on. They live in our community and they want to help as far as they can.
Oh, the next generation. Steve's the older generation now. He has his uncle helping, but pretty soon it falls to Mitchell and Tyler.
Well, the future of the farm, just like every farmer, I would love to add acres.
I'd like to see some steady growth, and I'd like to keep doing this for a few more years. But it's really fun to be able to work side by side with your children and maybe grandchildren.